Have you ever had the impression that each bite of a sweet fruit may cause blood sugar levels to rise? Levels, you've got diabetes. Likely been instructed to avoid anything sweet, particularly fruit, but what if that guidance was only an additional layer being cautious? Some of the most prevalent the fruits you see each week at in fact, your neighborhood supermarket is assisting individuals in reducing their blood sugar levels rather than increasing it. Recent studies have shown that two very charming fruits that diabetics frequently ignore are aiding in blood sugar stabilization, and these fruits can even lower insulin spikes. Are readily available at the supermarket. And they are reasonably priced, they are really pleasant by nature, and that's precisely the reasons behind their unjust judgment by diabetics, as well as those attempting to in America. Doctors that specialize in weight loss are reconsidering their recommendations, and they've begun to suggest these fruits to their patients with diabetes who have outstanding outcomes in blood sugar regulation, and I'm going to do just that. Tell you which fruits they are today. And the reason they don't work with your body, just hit against it before I reveal them. The like button in order for this video to reach more individuals attempting to control diabetes naturally, since nobody is here and should never feel isolated while traveling. Ever opened your refrigerator on a search for a piece of cold food on a warm day? Juicy, sweet, and revitalizing melon. After a while, a bite can feel like a prize. But did you know that melon this morning may be performing functions beyond cooling? It turns out that you could truly be assisting you in controlling your blood sugar levels without you being aware of it. Many diabetes sufferers are advised to stay away from melon and other sweet fruits, presuming it will raise their blood sugar levels. But in reality, tails and basic food research are the key to demonstrating otherwise. Is how melon naturally contains a lot of water, fiber, and the ideal amount of sugar. When properly consumed, melon turns into a strong friend rather than a danger. Melons such as honeydew and cantaloupe are high in water content and low in calories, indicating that they keep you full. Avoid putting too much strain on your body if you are having to cope with leg swelling or joints. This additional water intake can truly alleviate that soreness. Water-ripe fruits are good for your kidneys. Assist in clearing out things that don't belong. Among the elderly I've spoken to, waking up with swollen ankles or hands, have you felt the same way about? Include melon in your daily breakfast can be one tiny step that has a significant impact. Rather than grabbing some cereal or toast, try a tiny cold melon dish with a dash of cinnamon on top. It's delicious, and later on, your joints might appreciate it. Have you ever had that tight, dry feeling in your lips or skin that can be minor dehydration? Is a prevalent condition in melon and also assists older folks with that. Since more than 90% of it is water, it internally produced hydrates that can aid in digestion, skin elasticity, and even minor headaches brought on by not drinks. And to let you know if you plan to stay as you watch this video through to the finish, I'm going to provide a straightforward method for combining melon with a single, everyday kitchen item. It lessens rises in blood sugar. Furthermore, it's inexpensive and simple, and you most likely already own it at home. Thus, stay away from places you might want to try. Both for those who are struggling today and experiencing constipation or sensing that the fiber's digestion has slowed down. Melon can be beneficial but delicate. However, you don't requiring tough or rough fiber. While you're as you age, your body responds better to gentle assistance that melon provides, particularly when consumed gradually and in tiny amounts. A quick technique is to cut your melon into cubes and keep them in a transparent container in the refrigerator so that each is ready when you open the refrigerator door. And welcoming when something healthful is, we are more inclined to eat it if it is simple to grab. Which type of melon is your favorite? Tell me in the comments if you can eat cantaloupe or, now that I know, honeydew. You might be. Isn't melon too sweet for a food diabetic? However, the sweetness of nature is distinct from sugar. Melon that has been processed, fiber and water balance the sugars, gently assisting your body in absorbing them. It's about more than just sweetness. The equilibrium that promotes your well-being. A few viewers have mentioned that eating in the afternoon helps kids stay away from reaching for a drink or cookies. Is a strong change in place of a hazardous habit with a tasty fruit is a success. And if you've had a similar experience where a minor adjustment made it easier to distribute, you could motivate others in the comments section. Let's talk about feet today with someone else. Many diabetics experience discomfort and soreness in their feet, particularly towards the conclusion of melon won't be able to cure that day. Helps lower inflammation by your body's fluid content, the more hydrated you are. The more easily your muscles can stretch your joints to relieve tension, and it can be quite beneficial. You might even try it. When making a smoothie with melon, add some mint and cucumber, and you've got a refreshing therapeutic beverage that tastes like don't add sugar this summer. Instead, let the fruit do the heavy lifting in this type of beverage. Be particularly revitalizing if you have been experiencing stiffness or fatigue lately. Here's a melon is a soothing evening snack option. Cubes with a fresh lime squeeze and a handful of fresh mint leaves feel like a dessert, but many find it to be calming and light. Sleeping is difficult for older folks, and this combination doesn't cause stomach distress. Try it late at night and let me know how it goes. Have you ever experienced a day where it works for you? Where your body just felt weighted, like you're dragging your feet even while you slept well, but you still feel lethargic? May result from inadequate circulation, and melon aids in dehydration by providing water and minerals into your body, such as potassium mechanism that enhances energy efficiency, and additionally, circulatory melons have little magnesium levels, and a large number of elderly people helps if you don't get enough of it. With mood swings, cramping muscles, and even sleep melons, so as you savor it, you're doing more than just munching. Your body's silent assistance, which accumulates over time, and whether you're a gardener or melon, is the best way to spend time outside. Ideal snack to have on hand, but it's not messy, it's refreshing, and it provides you energy without the collapse. Just a few food can help you relax after strolling in the sun, which is a sort of self-care that we frequently overlook. Can I eat melon every day? Is a common question. The response is yes, provided that you pay attention to your body and maintain equilibrium. Meals, such as a morning cup of melon, or it's usually best to have it in the afternoon. When digestion slows down at night, take note of your body's response and record it. Depressed. If you frequently feel overwhelmed by dietary restrictions, you're not alone. A lot of people have been informed that no fruits, sugar, or carbohydrates for years. However, in this case, we emphasize yes to natural eating, balancing, and listening to what your body feels good about, and I would love to hear from you. Have you attempted? Did you feel better after eating melon recently? Feel better or provide you with more vitality? Write the word in the comment section below. Melon, so that people can discover your tale and feel inspired. Your words are important. Melon isn't a panacea in this case, but when used, it is a kind and useful instrument. When done correctly, it provides relief and joy. Hydration is a must for everyone. More, particularly as we become older, it's about little steps rather than large leaps. Perhaps today is an ideal day to cut a melon and create a fresh, simple decision. It doesn't have to be elegant, yet be truthful and supportive. Add it to muesli, eat it with almonds, or just enjoy life by yourself if you're alive. With painful feet, joint discomfort, or even just try this small experiment if you lack energy. Eat melon every day for 5 days to observe how your body communicates with us. Simply listen patiently. Keep in mind that the finest modifications are the ones that seem achievable. You don't require an intricate scheme or costly. Sometimes, vitamins are simply about selecting melon instead of cookies and taking it once more tomorrow, and if you have grandchildren coming, here is ideal. Fruit to distribute, chop, and serve cold, and observe how everyone smiles. Enjoy a time of wellness together and let this be, since that's what really counts. Remind yourself that health isn't about being gentle to yourself is the key to perfection. Body daily in tiny ways, and if melon improves your mood more refreshed and more at ease, which is a victory. You are worthy of feeling encouraged and supported, observed, and to own genuine natural remedies in your cooking area, and thus this channel is for more than simply talking. Regarding health, we live it, we share it, and we help one another. Before we go on, in the comments, put melon if you feel that even minor adjustments are important. Word could inspire others to give it a shot. Something easy and feel better. You never know whose life you'll be in tomorrow. Could possibly touch you, and you might want to keep a little notebook that doubles as a melon journal with remarks regarding your feelings after consuming it for a couple of days. How did your digestion feel? How did your legs feel? Lighter? These small insights are helpful. You establish a connection with your body and don't forget that melon and protein go nicely together. Try a piece with some cottage cheese or a handful of almonds, which counterbalances the sweetness and keeps your blood healthy. Basic, Sugar-steady meal combinations such as that can have a significant impact on some melon cubes are also popular to freeze and consume them as if they were tiny fruit pops. It's a fantastic trick, particularly in the summer, and if you've encountered difficulties getting enough water, is a simple way to how to subtly consume water without considering it. The objective isn't to create your monotonous meals in order to get them to work. Melon provides you a comforting flavor and advantages in a single mouthful, which is an uncommon pairing that is simple to adore after you try it out. Let's make naturally a little sweeter this week. Decide on hydration and melon. Simple, and remember to include a if this was helpful to you today, please comment. Voice counts here, so let's discuss a fruit that is frequently overlooked in the humble plum is a little fruit in the fruit aisle. It's juicy and could be among the strongest supporters for your blood sugar that nobody is discussing if you were thinking as you pass the plums. They're not worth it, or they are too sweet. Not by yourself, but you may want to pause and look again. Plums are naturally tasty, but they also contain fibre, antioxidants that support the equilibrium of their sugar content, indicating that they are not effective. Similar to how a candy bar might enter your bloodstream, they gradually discharge their vitality, providing a mild elevation to your body without a sugar collapse. In diabetics, that's significant. One of the minor plum's well-known advantages include their ability to gastrointestinal issues. If you've been experiencing heavy or bloated after eating a fresh plum or two, can make things go more smoothly, naturally and gently. It's a fruit that operates in the background to assist your intestines without making it uncomfortable or irritated, and if you have been having trouble with swelling, particularly in your knees, or plums can also be helpful in the lower back. Include unique substances known as polyphenols that help the body relax inflammation, but it's not miraculous. When a daily plum can actually a lot of comfort food for your joints. Seniors I spoke with expressed that they feel stiffer after sitting or in the morning too long. If so, consider including plums. Simply cut one up and add it to your breakfast. Place it on top of muesli or plain yogurt. Adds flavor, color, and a little affection to your daily ritual, along with the added benefit of antioxidants and fiber. And stay with me till the very end, as I will be sharing a 2-ingredient, easy plum trick recipe in less than 5 minutes. You can create aids in lowering blood sugar levels after meals. Delectable, simple, and ideal for people. You shouldn't miss it today if you're over 60. Let's discuss a crucial topic. The subject of constipation is disliked by all to mention, but let's face it, it's issues that are common as we age, particularly when gentle aids are consumed along with the skin. They provide fiber and moisture, and that makes your system function without exerting force or straining, as many believe prunes are the sole means of obtaining that advantage, but fresh plums taste good and do the same. Many people like simply 1 or 2. 1 plum each day can have a significant distinction, particularly if you're also increasing water intake. Is an easy way to a pleasant, organic change. Have you ever observed how sugar cravings occur? Most difficult at the 3 o'clock slump in the afternoon. When you're craving something sweet, rather than reaching for a soda or cookie, try a plum instead. It's plenty sweet to satiate that craving. However, it won't raise your blood sugar levels or ultimately make you feel worse. And if you cope with nocturnal or leg cramps, plums may also be helpful there for pain. They provide potassium as well as magnesium, both of which help to maintain muscle. Although it's not a cure-all, relaxation, the difference accumulates over time, particularly in conjunction with stretching or a brief. If you enjoy sweets, take a walk. Dessert without feeling guilty about baking a few plum slices with a dash of a little burst of lemon juice and cinnamon. What, 10 minutes in the oven? Feels like a warm, soft substance that pours out of small pleasure, yet it's completely normal and diabetic friendly. Please let me know if you have you recently eaten plums? What's your drop the word for your favorite way to enjoy them? Let us know in the comments that you're here and along the way, and if you possess a recipe or advice to impart to others. Someone else would truly profit from your experience. That some elderly people are concerned about fruit is very sweet, but that's not the whole truth. Is that plums are sweet. Beneficial fiber, antioxidants, and hydration on its own when a sweet also improves the way your body works. That is a victory rather than a danger. Have you ever experienced a dull pain in your fingers or hands? Following a long day that can be moderate, plums may help lessen inflammation. Over time, Particularly if consumed on a daily basis. Little adjustments like this are what sustain your body over time rather than one viewer once informed me she needed immediate fixes. Began consuming plums daily for 2 weeks and observed that her puffiness had decreased. Ankles, but that is only her narrative. Why not try? It might be yours as well. Let your body serve as a guide. And record your observations in writing. Cut plums into wedges for a fun summertime concept. Enjoy them like fruit after freezing them. Pops are hydrating, low in calories, and they are ideal for hot afternoons and can reduce urges without resorting to sweet treats that make you feel exhausted. That some individuals dislike the tart skin, and it's alright, you can remove them as necessary. However, keep in mind many of the skin contains nutrients and fibre. Both ways and choose what's most effective for your personal preferences are just as important as the health advantages of shopping plums, with a hint of softness to the touch, indicating that they are ripe and prepared. If they are still firm, leave them to eat. After a day or two on the counter, it's a fruit that never stops providing for us and getting sweeter over time, as many of us find. Did you know that plums can help you? Yes, according to certain research, bones that frequently consuming plums can delay reducing bone loss in senior citizens, which is particularly crucial for women over 60. It functions as a natural assistant for your one meal at a time skeleton. If you have grandchildren, engage them in slicing up plums together and discuss. Healthful eating is a time to bond with children. Enjoy sampling various fruits when they feel a part of it, and you will be planting. Try this for a lifetime lasting seed. Snack suggestion. Cut one plum with a handful of walnuts or a bit of cheese. It's the ideal ratio of sweet to delicious, and the protein slows down in order to absorb sugar. You must eat some days. Clever without sacrificing flavor. Motivation is difficult to come by, but having a fruit bowl with cleaned and ready-to-eat fruit, you can see them better if you grab a plum. And all of a sudden you've made a wiser decision. Don't overthink anything and keep it straightforward. Make things simple for yourself. I know a lot of you've already given it your all, and I wish to remind you that it's sufficient. When adding a plum to your day, every step counts. Makes you happy, comfortable, or even just a little. Don't undervalue the power of ease. Just one minor adjustment can accomplish. And recall the plum trick I said we would do. Nearing completion, need a few more pointers. First, I want you to feel assured and ready. Eager to give something new a shot that matches your life without putting any pressure on you or concern if your blood sugar levels are elevated. Try consuming a plum in the morning as part of the fiber in your evening snack. Slows down nighttime digestion, which could lessen the increases in the morning. Are a mild test that's worthwhile. Even if you don't like eating fresh fruit, you can still advantage. Try dry plums without sugar in moderation. Only a handful of components are focused, so a small amount goes a big way. And they do still provide all those benefits for digestion and inflammation reduction. Plums can even improve your mood. Antioxidants promote mental health and lessen oxidative stress in 2 ways associated with feeling alert, and someone with emotional equilibrium who was aware of so tiny may be so beneficial in so many ways. This is the easy plum trick. I slice one of the ripe plums described earlier and add a pinch of ground pepper to it. Cinnamon lowers blood pressure, increases in sugar, and combined with plum's fiber, it turns into a naturally potent mixture. Give it a try after lunch, and observe how it feels. That this is more than just food. About feeling heard, recognized, and encouraged. This area is for that purpose. Did you find anything useful in today's video? Kindly include plum in the comments section. You never know who might be reading and in need of a little hope. You are important here today. Narrative, your experience, your voice, and all it can benefit someone just like you. Whether it's a formula, an outcome, or a sincerely, we're constructing one good word at a time, something unique. I appreciate you staying with me till. Here's what I promised you at the end. Easy and delicious recipes that you may utilize. Let's begin with breakfast right away. Try some cantaloupe cubes in a small bowl, using a dab of plain yogurt and a spoon. It's light, filling, and contains cinnamon. Maintains steady blood sugar levels. Bake some sliced plums with something warm. A few drops of lemon juice and cinnamon. It becomes a dish that is inherently sweet. It can be served with no extra sugar, either by itself or with a spoonful of unsweetened blend melon with applesauce in the afternoon. With a dash of lemon and cucumber, mint water creates a cool beverage that hydrates and lessens cravings for sweets. Especially on hot days, drink it cold. When your body needs a little additional encouragement, another excellent suggestion is to cut plums, and when paired with some walnuts, it's the ideal balance of crunch and sweetness, and the good fats reduce the absorption of sugar. Excellent for a fast, non-stimulating snack. Your blood sugar levels. If you're getting ready, try combining chopped melon with a leafy green for lunch. Grilled chicken and salad provide a light sunflower seeds and a dressing made with olive oil seeds. They are vibrant, revitalizing, and unexpectedly fulfilling. Before bed, a handful of almonds and a little plum can be a quiet, pleasant snack that doesn't bother the fiber in your sleep, aids in digesting. Naturally occurring sugars. Don't overburden your system and desire a frozen. Slice the melon into little slices and put some in a Ziploc bag and freeze them. On warmer days, they have a delicious flavor. Popsicles and support your hydration. You can also avoid sweet ice cream by simmer plums with a small amount of water. Let it cool with the cloves and cinnamon, then eat. When you want anything sweet, take a tablespoon. But secure, it's similar to a nutritious jam, and you even whole grain toast can be smeared with it. For a portable snack pack, combine melon slices of plums, cubes, and a few bits of nuts or string cheese. Keep it cool. And savor it in between meals because it's easy, nourishing, and preventing the need for packed appetizers, and many viewers will discover this method. Adore sliced melon with lime drizzle juice and add a small pinch of sea salt to the combining sweet and salty flavors awakens your palates and sensations of luxury with no. Try any of these this week to avoid guilt. Return later to discuss in the comments what. Simply type the term recipe to see what you liked most. And let us know what you found to be effective. Could make someone else feel a little better. Improved as well. And if you found today's advice beneficial, hold off until you see what I'm currently seeing on the screen. It's a video that highlights the most typical errors when attempting to eat healthily, many make with diabetes, and how to restore their confidence. If I miss this, I might be stuck in the same pattern, so click to observe. Your health may appreciate it today.